Hi, my name is John Cooksey and I want to welcome you to Advanced Broadcast Camera Techniques Volume 2. This tape is different than Volume 1 in that we're going to be going over concepts more than we are specific shots and camera techniques. These concepts are going to take a little more practice. Now this tape also already takes for granted the fact that you've mastered everything in Volume 1 and we build on that in Volume 2. I want you to think of Advanced Camera Technique Volume 1 sort of like mathematics. You learn basic math, and Volume 2 is more geometry and algebra. You don't use geometry and algebra as much in everyday life, but it's important that you know them as a mathematician. Also, when you got into geometry and algebra as a student, mathematics seems so much easier, and the same is with the concepts on Volume 2. So without further ado, let's get on to our shots. Great camera people love to use hair light because it can really define a subject. As a matter of fact, without hair light, as you see here, the subject can look just ordinary. Adding hair light plus a filter can really add a nice effect. This is a soft light filter and a hair light in the back. Now, hair light doesn't have to be expensive. For this particular shot, we use a $50 automotive quartz halogen spotlight. They're rechargeable. They're about $50. You can get them in an auto store or video accessory store. You can see before and after how effective this can be. All it requires is an additional camera person, or in this particular case, this spotlight will screw onto a tripod. Make sure you experiment with your backlighting. The more experimenting you do, the better the effects that you can get and the better cameraman you'll be. You might have seen fancy commercials or high-budget movies where they have a car zooming down the road just like this. The great thing is you can get this kind of effect without having to strap your expensive camcorder onto the front of the car, and we're going to show you how to do it right now. You want to shoot out of the back of a sport utility vehicle or station wagon using a wide-angle lens and putting down some foam to buffer your camera. This is going to give you a smooth kind of look. The next thing you want to do is try to go on a road that doesn't have much traffic, preferably no traffic at all. Now here's where the secret comes in. The next thing you want to do is reverse the footage using a non-linear edit system. You can use Adobe Premiere or any software program, and voila, you get some backwards footage. But this isn't good enough. You got to speed it up next to have it really impressive. Again, we use the non-linear edit system to speed it up, and this is the look you get. Now ideally you want to do this kind of footage on rainy or overcast days. You'll get a great look, and most importantly, you don't have to worry about endangering your camera by putting it on the hood. I love gimmicks and gadgets in video. There are so many things that you can do on the cheap, and if I can figure out a way to do an XYZ shot, more inexpensively, then it's so much the better. An example of this is the wheelchair or big wheelbarrow or little red wagon used by a lot of videographers to get a nice dolly shot. Throw a wide angle on the front and you move through. And there's a lot of purists out there that say, well, that just doesn't look as good as setting up a real dolly. Yeah, but it captures people's attention and it's different. And the zoom lens, of course, is not a replacement for moving a camera in different positions. Some videographers think it is. Well, just to remind yourself, zoom in on an object in a room and take that same thing and go forward with a dolly on the bottom of your tripod or a wheelchair holding the camera and see the different kind of image that you get. My challenge to you is the next time you go out interviewing somebody, take it away from the normal, boring, straight-on shot. There are many different angles you can get to be creative. 45-degree angle is the most common. We like to try the 45-45 angle, which moves 45 to the side and 45 down. Not only is this good, it allows you to get things in the background that also tell a story, in this case, the boat. Here's another alternative angle using the interviewer in the shot at the same time. And alternative angle number 4 has, of course, the interviewer's just side angle. If If you can tell the story and get these different angles, you'll be doing good and you'll be creative. Sometimes we even like to put the camera on the ground and get these as cutaways, and it just makes for a much more interesting videotape. Practice these when you're not on the job and you're going to be a lot better.